during our lives, it's clear that the end times have come. They all think the end of the world is coming. Mr. Poole said this a long time ago. This movie's goal is to show you what's going on in the world besides XRP. In the end, though, it does have something to do with XRP, since that's how you found out about the Riddlers and XRP. For predictions to come true or things to happen in the future, and for you to be ready for the end of the world or the end of time, okay? Because, guys, you're really looking forward to that, okay? Yes, you are. Even if you don't say it, let's start by talking about what's really going on between these two countries. Either we can figure out the code, or we'll all... First, we already know who I am. I will speak out for Iran now. Hey, guys, I saw that they built a Masonic Parliament House that looks like a pyramid. Also, it has 33 windows. That's why you see these dots. I did count it. I made a list of all the windows, and now you can see these dots. It has 33 windows and a pyramid shape. That's that over there. And all of this has something to do with XRP, right? Why do the Riddlers know what will happen in the future but are only linked to XRP? I think that's a clear sign that the end of the world is coming. And we'll talk about this guy from Alderpike. He was also a 30th degree Scottish Rite. FM? So you can understand he is said to have been given drawings of how this would look. Okay, so it's said that he knows what will happen to get rid of it. That he talked to Lucifer through a ring and hard exercises on his left hand. I don't know if this is true, guys. I'm not sure if any of this is appropriate, but we'll say it anyhow. 1 mile straight north of this pillar is the House of the Temple, okay, in DC. Talk about how this person fits in, guy. I know some people know him, and it was said that he wrote down or showed the plans for what was going to happen. I'm also going to read this. We may have talked about this a year or two ago, but I want to read it again because I get a better sense of where everything is going. You do remember what Albert Pike said would happen, right? The M's were fine too. This means that the third war must begin by exploiting the differences between men and women. I think that's how these people get their work done. Okay, so the war between the political Z's and the leaders of the Islamic world must be fought in a way that destroys both Islam and the political Z's. At the same time, the other countries, which are once again split on this issue, will have to fight until they are physically, morally, mentally, and financially worn out. Then they will have to free the nihilists and atheists, which will lead to a terrible social disaster. Every country, people who don't believe in anything, will cause the worst kind of chaos and murder that everyone fears. That small group of rebels around the world will be killed by people who have to protect themselves. So many people have lost trust in Christianity and are looking for an ideal but don't know where to worship it. Lucifer's pure teachings will help them find the true light. After both Christianity and atheism are defeated and wiped out, there will be a general shift toward reactionary ideas. This is why people will act this way. It looks like the plan. Okay, it said that he talked to a higher soul and got this. Is this now true? Is this going to happen? Let's take a look around where it all begins. And it all starts with this sign, which was probably taken from somewhere else a long time ago, right? From long ago and even further back, truly. I want to talk about Ragnarok from Mr. Poole first, okay? There are bad things happening in the world, which is probably why he's still here to tell us what will happen and when. He said, "The phoenix will rise, but only after the storm is over. You won't remember how you survived or how you got through it. There's no way to know if the storm is over." Do you think that's really about XRP or your soul? Check it out. We are the phoenix, and we'll only rise again when the storm is over. We know that the storm has something to do with XRP. It looks like it's not just XRP. XRP was just a way for us to see past the limits of space and time. Guys, it looks like it will show up at some point, right? It will all come back to this sign in the end, since the Star of David is the same sign as the FMs. That's right, guys. It's the same sign as the pyramids, more especially the Great Pyramid of Giza. That's why I think these pictures came from somewhere else a long time ago. They weren't made by religion. I don't know if this is even the right thing to say, but I'm going to anyway because we are rebels. That's not really Jewish of you. If this picture doesn't appear right next to your heart, you're not a real Freemason. The promised land is now open. I am, but I don't know when Jesus will come back. Will come back because only the dad knows when that will happen. Now let's take a look at this. This is the order in which these different religions say things must happen for the end of the world to happen. To put it another way, the Bible says this is a very important book because it goes into great detail about the end times. It talks about how countries will rise and fall from the beginning of time until the Messiah comes. It's been going on for a while now. And then it talks about the opposite, right? We'll call it the beast. There must be a fight going on, right? And I believe we are moving toward that time, right? Hey guys, I'm not sure when the end will come, but I think it's almost here. Many prophecies say that in about 24 years, the end times, Christ's return will be a big deal. When we got the timing right, a new heaven and earth will be made. So will this happen or not? People of all faiths have said over time that we are living in the end times, but it has never happened before. You can see that many of the statements made by these different faiths have come true or are happening right now. Some will come true in the years and decades to come. This means that the end has come. If that's true, which I don't believe, I hope it's true sometimes and not other times. You, on the other hand, who is watching this movie, really want it to end. Why? Since everyone seems to follow through, why not? We all live in our own little worlds. Let's get up, find a main idea. Jews believe in a future where there's peace on earth and many people know about God. There are a few different ways to look at this, though. I'll look into the future and other similar things. In any case, I don't know. I'm not good at any of this. I only know what I've heard, seen, and felt. Let's find out more, though. People say that County Bluff or Country Bluff will happen on June 11th, 2025. Wait a minute. It was the day before, right? Yes, because the day in question was yesterday, had been a day before. What happened? Crazy stuff, guys. It looks like some people are interested in what will happen in the future. Then on June 15th, this video on YouTube seems to have gone viral with all of one of these talks on bargaining says that things are not safe at this level of enrichment. 60% of attacks were recorded, but 70% or more were not. They happened in a certain place or while people were working together. But it looks like the Riddlers knew all along, right? People who paid close attention to the Riddlers are probably 589